Let's see. Everyone. Oh, Christ, he has more to say? Well, yeah. Anyways, I didn't feel like I completely summed up, how I feel about this game, because I have some really mixed feelings about it. It feels like an RE clone, the first Dino Crisis, but the second Dino Crisis feels much different. The franchise became more than just another Resident Evil in the sequel. The first one was more, I consider, it feels more experimental. Just, like more of a proof of concept by Capcom than anything else. Unfortunately, dinosaurs don't make... Zombies are cool... Zombies make cooler enemies than dinosaurs. Yeah, I'll say that. But the thing, nowhere is this more evident than in Dino Crisis 3, where you have to fight these, these weird genetically altered dino zombie things. I still don't know what the hell they were. And Dino Crisis 3 itself wasn't really a great game. It was the first Dino Crisis is more of a proof of concept. Dino Crisis 2 is more a full-on action title, and then Dino Crisis 3 is really weird. It takes place on the spaceship where you fight these dinosaur zombies that were genetically engineered, and there's something connecting to the first two games in there, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it sounds like it could be cool, but it really wasn't. It totally wasn't. For as many flaws as it has, Dino Crisis does have a few good things to counter them. Things such as a branching plot, the selections where you have to choose, whose advice to follow, and, being able to move while aiming. They both help it stand out against Resident Evil 2 and 3, but also at the same time, they also raise a lot of questions, such as, if Resident Evil 3 used the same sort of branching... Oh, Christ, I can't speak anymore. Oh. If Resident Evil... Oh, my God, what was I talking about? If Resident Evil 3 used the same branching plot style as Dino Crisis, why weren't you able to move while aiming? Because I know that would have been extremely helpful, especially in the Nemesis encounters. Oh my God, that son of a bitch. If you want to see how hard the Nemesis encounters were, there's a link in the bar right up there, or maybe here, or there. Maybe. That way. Of Over the Guns playthrough of Resident Evil 3. If you haven't played it and just really want to see how much of a bastard the Nemesis can be, click over there. I think. This camera has an odd habit of inverting the directions everything's in. Why didn't they include it? They did eventually include it in the moving while aiming in Resident Evil Outbreak, but by then, who gives a shit? And Outbreak had a lot of problems of its own. Why they didn't just use the similar mechanics? I want to say it's a lot more atmospheric also than the Resident Evils, but that's not really true. It's a much different atmosphere. It's a much more sanitized atmosphere than the Resident Evils. It takes place in a laboratory. There's nowhere near as much dirt and grime as you always see in the PlayStation Resident Evil games, and nowhere is that more evident than if you ever played the Resident Evil 1.5 demo, where they had the old version of the PlayStation, which was a much more modern, glass and concrete, advanced-looking PlayStation, and they instead decided to make it more of a Midwestern, more like an old building, an old Midwestern police station. Because they felt it would be more scary, and in Resident Evil 2 it was. Resident Evil 3 not so much, because you'd already played to the previous title. But, it was arguably scarier, but, it feels like they, instead of using it in Resident Evil 2, they used the same thing in Dino Crisis, because the facility is very sanitized. Wow, that picture just skipped a whole hell of a lot. It's very sanitized and very clean, even with a bunch of dinosaurs running through it. And I don't know where I was going with that. I was just comparing the feel between the two. There are too many set pieces for the amount of ammo you give. I mean, come on. A handgun, a single handgun magazine, if we're talking, if they're having what was it? A Glock? I think. Being able to carry only 38 bullets for the Glock, okay, maybe I can understand that. The problem is that of all the weapons you're going to give shitloads of ammo for, the handgun is absolutely useless in this game. It's only useful against one enemy, and that enemy only appears, what, twice in the entire game? You only have to see, kill them twice? Twice or 3 times, those little compies. That's the only enemy the handgun's useful for. But all the guns that have useful ammo, they only give you, like, really piss-poor amounts of it until halfway through the game when they're suddenly throwing ammo at you left and right for some reason. But, by that point, a lot of people probably said, fuck this game. I'm sick of running low on ammo all the time, damn it. Just like I did. I said, fuck this game. I'm gonna beat this game, but I'm using a Game Shark to do it so I can have a blast while doing it instead of, having to worry constantly about, oh my god, I just used up my last tranquilizer dart and all my shotgun ammo is useless. The last time I checked, shotgun ammo was supposed to kill things. So, what the hell? It's a nasty fucking gun. But you can unload 4 of these shells into a dinosaur and it won't do shit. Let's see. What else did I want to cover? I've covered ammo. And I'm not going to talk about, like, Dino Crisis 2 again. I've already said it, like, what, 5 times during the course of this playthrough. Dino Crisis 2 is more of an action game. It has, more guns. You can buy more ammo. But, it felt almost like an apology while I was playing through that there was all this ammo lying everywhere now. As opposed to, just like little bits and pieces of it scattered all over the place. It felt like the developer was apologizing to the player. And, for a lot of people, it was probably a case of too little, too late for this game. Which is sad, because it's an interesting concept, and it would have been nice to see it go further, and especially play out differently in Dino Crisis 3. Especially as Dino Crisis 2 ends on quite a cliffhanger. That was resolved in like in a light gun shooter, I believe, that not many people played at all. Yeah, pretty much. The end of Dino Crisis 2, basically, shit, I can't even remember that. Regina goes through a portal in time to research something so they can build another portal in time and rescue somebody who's trapped in the past, who's about to be crushed by this exploding server thing. So, this guy's gonna die, but they sent Regina back forward in time so that she could build a time machine to come back and rescue the guy before he dies. And they never resolved it until Dino Stalker. Was that what it was called? Dino Stalker? Where they showed the guy and the little girl he was with. He was with a little girl when the server was coming down on top of him. And they're like, okay, they're alive. And then the player's like, well, how? I didn't see any part of that happen. And the ending of Dino Crisis 2 really makes it look like Regina never came back and they died, so it kind of sucked there. But, oh, I need to wrap this up. I'm going on 9 minutes. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Dino Crisis, and I really felt that, I didn't sum them up enough in the previous part. So, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, and I'll see you guys later. I've already started my playthrough of Mass Effect, and I apologize for the little bit of the science lesson in Part 5. I'm going to try and stop that. I just go off on a tangent. You guys have heard me do it before. But yeah, check out Over the Guns playthrough of Resident Evil 3 to, just see how much of a real bastard the Nemesis can be. I'd recommend just watching it through anyways, because, pretty Once again, I have lost my complete train of thought. Oh, what is wrong with me? Well, I will see you guys later. I'm going to go record some Mass Effect now. Maybe. Maybe I'll watch Mythbusters. I don't know. What am I about to do? Make your guesses. I'm about to do something. Oh, maybe I'll get a clue. That would be nice. I could get a fucking clue and realize, you know, and not lose my train of thought every 10 seconds. That'd be great. That'd be wonderful. I'll see you guys later. I hope you enjoy this playthrough. I hope you enjoy my playthrough of Mass Effect that I've already started. And yeah, see you guys around.